How far are you willing to go to make that happen?
Please, not make this harder for Wiley than it has to be.
I think you owe it to yourself to find out the truth.
I have some bad news. Your life is in danger.
Why should I take your word on this?
Do I keep looking, or are they buried in the woods?
General Hospital latest update. A shocking file leads Rocco to uncover Britt's secret past, forcing Lulu into a corner. Meanwhile, Tracy warns Sonny's enemies target family. Laura faces pressure to disavow him, and Natalia's death haunts Turner. As alliances shift and secrets unravel, will anyone remain unscathed? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After questioning Emma about the bridge, Rocco confronts his mother for answers. Today on General Hospital, Tracy tries to convince Gio that Sonny is dangerous. Sonny tries to alleviate Turner's guilty conscience, and Lulu warns her mother that her friendship with Sonny could cost her the job as mayor. At the Quartermain mansion, Brooklyn tells Tracy that Maxie should be here any second. Tracy says she can fill her in on Sonny's dirty investment, which leads Tracy to mention again the danger Gio is in because of that man. Brooklyn thinks there is no reason Gio will be targeted. Tracy tells her that when gangsters go to war, they go after their enemies' loved ones first. Brooklyn asks how they protect Gio then. Tracy fears he won't be safe until Sonny is dealt with. In the foyer, Michael thanks Maxie, temporarily played by Nicole Paggi, for planning and making Daisy's christening special. He mentions his sister, Christina, who is still in the hospital, and that he's trying to focus on the good things, such as his children. He's hoping things will be more stable for his kids after the visitation hearing. Did Brooklyn plan to tell Rocco about Britt? Maxie goes to see Brooklyn in the living room and asks why they are working on a holiday. Brooklyn tells her about Sonny's dirty investment, which Natalia uncovered. She drops another bomb on Maxie. Natalia is dead. Maxie paces and says they'll have to be upfront and hand over all their records to the police. Brooklyn agrees, but asks how this will affect Spinelli, who adores Sonny. Maxie says he'll have to deal with it as her family needs deception. Brooklyn hates that Maxie is in this position. She also fears that if they turn in what they have and Sonny gets prosecuted, then Gio will hate her even more. Maxie picks up a file and says they must get ahead of this thing. Brooklyn quickly chimes in that Maxie's picked up the wrong file. Maxie opens it and sees it's the file on Britt. She asks Brooklyn why she has it. Brooklyn admits it was supposed to be her revenge on Lulu. Maxie says she can't show this to Rocco, but Brooklyn says, why not, as St. Lulu doesn't keep secrets from her kids. Maxie points out that she'd only hurt Rocco, which is why Brooklyn decided not to tell him. Rocco asks for help finding out about Britt. At the cafe, Rocco and Danny talk about what they found in Brooklyn's file. Rocco is in shock that he has another mother he knows nothing about. Emma shows up and asks why they called her away from the pool on a holiday. They say they need information on someone she knows, Britt Westbourne. Emma wonders why they are questioning her about the bridge, and even has to explain her nickname to them. She begins telling them how her dad was dating Britt when she was very young, and Britt couldn't stand her. When her dad broke up with her, Britt was so desperate that she tried to get herself pregnant. Emma quickly hushes up, but Rocco says that he was the baby, wasn't he? She tells him that she was just a kid when it happened, so he should talk to his parents about it. She tells Rocco that there has to be more to the story than she ever knew, so he owes it to himself to find out the truth. Emma leaves, and Rocco can't believe he has another mom, thinking his parents never planned to tell him this. The fourth at the Metro Court pool. At the Metro Court pool, Willow approaches Gio and tells him that she wanted to let him know how sorry she is about what happened to him at the nurses' ball, and there is nothing more painful than being betrayed by someone who is supposed to love you. He thanks her and is sorry for what she's going through, too. Willow says that when your life gets turned upside down, you find out who you can trust. Gio adds, and who you can't. Willow says those who stand by you are people you know you can count on. Trina and Kai are relaxing and planning to watch the fireworks that night. Drew is in DC, so Kai has the day off. Willow approaches them, and Kai is surprised she isn't in DC with Drew. She says he's busy working, and she decided to stay here and keep things low-key. She tells Kai how impressed Drew is by him, and that he thinks Kai can have a great future in politics. With that, she leaves them. Left alone, Trina uses the situation to bring up Drew. She warns Kai that Drew and all the Quartermaines are crazy and will make him crazy if he lets them. Tracy walks in, and Trina looks at her and says, "Case in point." Kai says she doesn't have to worry about him, and he's only interested in politics, not the Quartermaines. Trina feels that with Drew, there is no way he won't be involved with that family, who are always battling something or someone. Their talk turns to the problems Trina's parents are having. Trina hopes they work things out, but admits she doesn't know why she's feeling so hurt over all of this, as they weren't even together when she grew up. Kai tells her it's understandable that she wants her parents together. Trina brings up the fact that commitments require trust, which is a hard thing to come by. Will Gio listen to Tracy about Sonny? Tracy seeks out Gio and says she must talk to him as she thinks his life may be in danger. She tells Gio about his Aunt Christina, who was just trapped in a fire last night. She could have died, just like his Uncle Michael almost did, and it's all because of the fact that they are Sonny's kids. Emma arrives and butts in, and though Tracy asks for privacy, Gio insists Emma stay. Tracy tells Gio that Sonny is a dangerous man and she doesn't want to see him get hurt. She asks him to come home, but he refuses, saying they aren't his family. Tracy knows he's been hurt, but hurt feelings aren't worth losing his life over. Emma reminds Tracy that he's living with the police commissioner, but Tracy says even the police can't protect people from Sonny and his enemies. Gio feels this is all about Tracy's hatred for Sonny and wanting to push Sonny out of his life. Willow waits. Michael shows up with Wiley for his swim lessons and spots Willow sitting alone in a corner. Willow hears her son, and Michael shuffles Wiley off to meet his instructor. Once Wiley is swimming, Michael walks over to Willow. He asks her not to make this any more difficult for Wiley and to go before he sees her. Later, Michael and Wiley swim a bit before getting ready to leave. That's when Wiley sees his mom and runs over to her. They embrace, and Wiley cries that he's missed her. Will Laura turn on Sonny? Laura arrives at Lulu's as her daughter wants to speak to her. Lulu brings up the Measure C vote and the fire at Charlie's. She tells her mom, for the sake of her career, that she has to disavow Sonny publicly. Laura says that would be lying, and what kind of example would she be setting for her grandkids? She also doesn't want Rocco to feel he has to choose between his grandmother and grandfather. She won't compromise her morals, and she can't help but feel that there is much more to what is going on. Lulu points out that Ezra is currently ahead of her in the polls. If she wants to save Port Charles from Ezra's corruption, then she needs to remain the mayor. So, how far will she go to make that happen? Laura feels she can be straightforward with the voters on the complexity of this situation, but Lulu says voters only read headlines. Laura tells Lulu, off the record, that Sonny warned her that Sidwell was going to bring violence to Port Charles, then that fire happened. She won't be scared by his tactics. Lulu points out that Sidwell's tactics scare the voters, and Ezra is in Sidwell's pocket, which means if Ezra wins, then she's handing the city over to Sidwell. Laura says that is why she has to be smart about her next move. Sonny plays games with Turner. In the PCPD interrogation room, Sonny tells Turner that he won't say a word without his attorney. Turner can hold him for 24 hours, and he knows without his attorney, anything he says can't be used against him. She says this is his best opportunity to tell her what happened. He asks why he should trust her. Turner reminds Sonny that he is not the victim, Natalia is. Turner says Natalia was facing up to 5 years for her DUI, so she offered her a lifeline to turn evidence against Sonny. Then Natalia ended up dead. Sonny says none of this has to do with him. He says she hauled Natalia in on trumped-up charges and persuaded her to give her information that might incriminate him. Sonny thinks Turner is wondering if she is the one who got Natalia killed. Sonny says Natalia was a complicated person, and in the end, they never know what drives a person to do what they do. Turner was doing her job, and how Natalia dealt with it is not on Turner, but on Natalia. An emotional Turner says, "No further questions," and walks out. Dante questions Jason. At Sonny's, Jason is on the phone with Diane, who isn't being allowed to see Sonny. Dante drops by to tell Jason that Selena is the PCPD's main suspect in the fire. Dante says they have two suspects they are looking at as the ones who set the fire, and Selena has taken off on a flight to Singapore. Dante wonders if they should keep looking for the guys, or if they are already buried in the woods somewhere. Jason doesn't believe Selena would risk Sonny's wrath by targeting him or going after Christina. Dante asks, "Then who?" Jason believes Dante knows, and Dante says, "Sidwell." At the pool, Willow tells Wiley that she saw him doing the backstroke, and he was great. Michael tells Wiley they have to go. Wiley wants to stay with his mom, but Willow says the judge says they can't see one another for now. Wiley says he hates that stupid judge, and Willow says she knows. Michael tells Wiley they have to go, and Willow tells Wiley that she loves him. He says he loves her too as he and Michael walk off. Wiley tells his dad that he doesn't want to wait for the judge. He wants to see his mom now. Michael knows. Trina tells Kai how trust is important, and once you let someone in, that's often when someone disappoints you. She never thought she would feel like this again, but as time goes on, she sees that Kai is worth getting to know and letting in. Tracy tells Gio that she can't make him, as an adult, do anything he doesn't want to. However, she'd like him to see Charlie's for himself, then visit his Aunt Christina in the hospital, and finally visit his Uncle Morgan's grave. He was 23 when he died due to a car bomb, thanks to his father. That's only a year older than Gio. Laura arrives at the PCPD to see Sonny and enters the interrogation room. Sonny asks Laura what is going on. Laura says he warned her about the violence coming, but warnings without details don't help her. She needs to know what he knows. Jason tells Dante there was a time when he was not Sonny's son, and he was just a cop to him. Now they live in the same house, and their kids are like brothers. He doesn't want trouble with Dante. Dante wishes that meant he and his dad weren't going to retaliate against Sidwell, but he knows better. Dante leaves, and Jason gets a call and tells the person on the other end that he'll let him know when Sonny wants to make a move. Back at the Quartermaines, Brooklyn admits to Maxie that she set it up for Rocco to find the file, but she couldn't go through it, as Rocco doesn't deserve to be hurt. She chose not to go through with her plan because she's better than Lulu. At Lulu's, Rocco arrives home. She tells her son that she has something to talk to him about. He then tells his mother he wants to know about Britt. On the next General Hospital, a rerun will air on the 4th of July. Next week, Gio turns to Carly for answers about Sonny. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.